Get excited for Rockin' with MGK.
Hello and welcome to Rockin' with MGK. I'm Madison.
I'm Gracie.
And I'm Kayla.
And we're rocking and rolling on our way towards mental health and wellness. This is episode 2, and we will be discussing emotions. Now let's get into it.
Our first discussion will be ways to cope with stress. Stress can affect both physical and mental functions. Some of the physical effects are aches and pains, chest pain, heart racing, exhaustion, headache, dizziness, high blood pressure, muscle tension, GI problems, and weak immune system. Some of the mental effects are feeling so overwhelmed that it reduces your motivation to do school or job-related work. It also increases your odds of dropping out of school, causing depression, poor sleep, substance abuse, and anxiety. Being able to cope with stress allows these physical and mental functions to be reduced and allows you to live a healthier lifestyle.
Another thing that helps is finding ways to focus. Being able to focus allows you to have clear goals and objectives. Some tips on improving focus are to eliminate distractions, reduce multitasking, take short breaks, listening to music, eat well, and use a timer.
I find it super beneficial for me to always be listening to music, but not just any music. I often put on instrumental music that doesn't sound like a song I know, so I'm not tempted to sing along. I've also heard that putting on white noise or brown noise to provide some audio stimulation helps as well. There are a lot of great YouTube videos that have these sorts of playlists that are hours long. Some are even named Study Music.
I personally cannot listen to music at all because it distracts me too much from getting anything done. I wish I could jam out, but I can't get any assignments finished.
I'm with Gracie on this one. I am unable to listen to any kind of music while I'm trying to focus.
With that said, I was able to interview a current college student, Lindsay, who was asked, with both school and work, what do you do to cope with stress and stay focused? Her response included that she writes everything down that stresses her out and then categorizes them into what she can and cannot control. She also really values using a planner day to day.
Oh my gosh, I would have never thought about that. It is a very mature perspective to be able to realize that not everything truly is important enough to stress over.
Yeah, I agree that this perspective is mature, but it can be difficult for certain individuals not to stress.
That individual is definitely me, as I am a perfectionist and I want to control everything, but I know I can't. So this strategy could help a lot.
I like to think I am a perfectionist, however, I don't write everything down and it could help me too. I do like to have the Canvas calendar up to see what assignments that I have due so that I can prioritize them.
I prefer to write everything down or print off an agenda and cross what I have completed off the list when they're finished to keep myself organized. I have different notepads and binders for each class or work task to hold myself accountable for each assignment or task.
I could never in my life imagine using a notepad or planner to list out my activities. If I didn't have the Canvas calendar and to-do list, I would be in a world of hurt. I feel like having those resources helps me a lot to not procrastinate, as I love to see the things completed, and the empty to-do list with the little sleeping panda gives me a huge sense of accomplishment.
I also asked Lindsay about procrastination and if she deals with this, and she answered by saying that she does procrastinate and she finds that she works better under pressure, so she typically waits until the last minute to do her assignments.
I find doing things last minute can stress me out even more, and I find myself shutting down and not wanting to complete the work.
I used to procrastinate a lot, but also found out that I'd rather have the rest of my week or day just to rest, because otherwise the time I spend procrastinating isn't truly a moment of rest. It's just a mindset of stress.
I procrastinate on certain things, but when it comes to schoolwork, I cannot. It will definitely stress me out to the max.
We have learned that procrastination can cause feelings of anxiety and guilt and can leave us feeling unproductive and lazy, which can affect how we feel about ourselves. It can be true that the reasons for procrastination are perfectionism, being unclear on what to do, the task is boring, difficulty focusing, personal problems, negative outlook on things, and insecurities.
If you take anything away from this podcast today, let it be to find what works best for you, whether it be listening to music to alleviate your stressors and focus or make to-do lists. Not all individuals are the same, and each person will have their own way to focus and not stress. Figure out what helps you and trust the process.
If you are in need of resources to help with health and wellness, please go to My Miami, select Health and Wellness Resources, and select Student Counseling Services. You will be able to choose to make an in-person appointment or virtual appointment to meet with a counselor.
And that's it. Thank you so much for listening. We hope you will listen in on episode 3 that will discuss time management, how to balance work, school, and personal lives. It will also help with work habits, future career options, and competence for applying or searching for jobs. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.